Ladies and gentlemen, the king is here, back with another banger, we're back with another episode of Huh. I know. I feel like this is something. So, there was a video I put out about Deltarune, and it was about Deltarune motifs. And there was a certain character on my screen, and it was somebody's OC. And everybody was like, hey, there's a homestuck jump scare. It got to the point where I got a lot of those comments, and I was like, huh, what the hell is Homestuck? Is it Homestuck? It is called Homestuck. And turns out it's a thing full of things, and it's a whole universe, and it's a whole this, that, and the third. I was like, okay, let me play the game. And I was this close to downloading the game and reacting to the OSTs. And I was like, it was called Hive Swap. And I was like, this isn't Homestuck. Is Hive Swap the same thing as Homestuck? And no. Yes. Same universe. It's what I looked up on Google. Same universe, very different stories. And I was like, okay, so which one came first? And apparently Homestuck is a game. You know me, I like to play games. And if I can play the game, then I'll play it. But I believe I forgot if it's Unity or Flash or whatever it's called. Whatever kept Cool Math running is gone now, and I can't play this game anymore. So now I'm watching it. Ladies and gentlemen, today this is what is today? We are reacting to Act 1 of Homestuck. It is a 6-part video series. Shout out to Voice over Nexus because I believe they voice all of it. Cool beans, cool beans. And after we get through this, because I don't know if this is, I'll scroll down. I scrolled all the way down, and it said Act 6. Oh, actually, never mind. I thought it was cut off for some reason. Oh, actually, no. No. It says Act 6, which is Act 5, Act 2, Part 1, and there isn't anything after that. I don't know if this game just couldn't. I mean, yeah, if this game just couldn't continue or something like that. But hey, we're here. How long is this intro? 2 goddamn minutes. Make sure you like the video, like and subscribe, channel more ring the bell so my videos come out, comments, and other videos you might have. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and follow me on goddamn TikTok, because you know what clips be. Please and thank you. Now let's get straight into, let's read Homestuck Act 1. Well, Act 1 in total. Is this Act 1 in total? Yeah, Act 1 in total. Anyways, cool beans.
Young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 13th of April, is this young man's birthday.
Ah!
Though it was 13 years ago that he was given life, it is only today that he will be given a name.
Damn.
What will the name of this young man be?
I forgot this is a game because
you choose to enter his name.
So you get...
Smell Poop Lord. Try again, smartass. John Egbert.
Edwards?
Yes,
okay.
Let's go with that, shall we?
Cool beans.
John Egbert decides to examine his room. Your name is John.
Right.
As was previously mentioned, it is your birthday. A number of cakes are scattered about your room.
I see
you
about
have
two.
a variety of interests, but you have a passion for really terrible movies.
Right.
You like to program computers, but you are not very good at it.
Was Ghostbusters 2 that
You have a
bad?
fondness for paranormal lore, and you're an aspiring amateur magician. You also like
Amateur-
to play games
okay.
sometimes. What will you do, John? John
What will you
quickly
do?
retrieve his arms from the drawer. Your arms? Are in
Arms?
your magic chest, Poop Lord.
Poop
Remove
Lord?
the cake from the magic chest for him. Out of sympathy for John's perceived lack of arms,
Right.
pick up the cake for him and put it on his bed.
Right.
John quickly retrieves his arms from the magic chest.
Right.
You receive your fake arms from the chest. You
He had
use
arms
these
this whole
for
goddamn time.
hilarious antics. You
Okay.
capture lock them in your Silodex, but you have no idea what that actually means, though.
A
There are other
Silodex?
items in the chest. Go on, John. Look inside that
Like
chest.
a hat and a man.
In here, you keep an array of humorous and mystical artifacts, each one a devastating weapon in the hand.
Why he got a couple perks in here? And why he got handcuffs? John, what the fuck you be doing besides magic? What? John might be a freaky... Me at 13? Hey! We ain't really finna get into it. But I was 13. You know, I was here and there.
Hands of a skilled magician or a cunning prankster.
Right.
You are neither of these things. Among the artifacts are 2 fake
Don't
arms
think-
currently capture logged in your Silodex,
Right.
1 pair of trick handcuffs, 1
Okay.
stunt sword,
Trick,
1 magician's
sword.
hat, 1
Alright.
pair of beagle puss glasses,
Right.
several smoke pellets, several blood capsules, and 1
Blood
copy
capsules,
of
okay.
Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery.
Long ass
And
title.
1 copy of Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Caveney.
Wise
Some of
guy.
this stuff may come in handy at a later point, but for now, you just decide to take the smoke pellets.
Okay.
You stow the
Really?
smoke pellets on one of your capture log cards in your
Capture log
Silodex.
cards.
You still aren't totally sure what that means, but at least you're starting to get a hang of the vernacular at least.
Right,
You only
vernacular,
have
big
two
word.
empty capture log cards remaining, and John tries to equip his fake arms. You aren't totally sure if equip is the verb copacetic with the abstract behavioural medium in which you dwell, but you give it a try anyway. Unfortunately, you cannot access the fake arms.
Right.
That card is underneath the one you just used to capture log the smoke pellets.
Right.
You will have to use the pellets first in order to access the arms.
Damn.
This is probably unadvisable since you just make your room lousy with smoke.
Right, and you won't be able to see anything.
Your Silodex's fetch modus is currently dictated by the logic of a stack data structure.
You
were never all that great with data structures, and you find the concept puzzling and mildly irritating.
Right.
But with any hope, perhaps you will advance new, more practical fetch modi for your Silodex with a little more experience.
Silodex.
John chooses to look at his problem sleuth poster. Is it even possible to get any
Problem
more
sleuth?
hard-boiled than that? You really doubt it.
He is pretty
This
hard-boiled.
poster
Hold
was
on.
one of your wisest purchases.
Right.
There is a nice spot on the wall next to it, and you've been meaning to hang another poster there soon.
We do need one. Looks pretty empty.
There's a note on the drawer, and for now you should probably read it.
Right.
Happy birthday, son.
Ah!
I am so proud of you.
Big
The
13.
note is rich with the aromas of fatherly aftershaves and colognes.
That's off.
Beside the
Dad,
note is a
nuclear.
rolled-up poster.
Right.
Take the poster. Another
Now we
birthday
can-
artifact. You wonder what is printed on the
birthday-
poster.
Right.
You'll need some way to hang it on your wall. You should
Right.
probably acquire some hammer and nails, as they will come in handy.
I was gonna say we saw
Especially
one, son.
for just
Sure.
such an
Right.
occasion. You first place the hammer into your Silodex.
Oh, but we don't
for
have
now,
enough room
all of
for the
your
nails.
capture log cards are full. You wonder what will
Can we
happen
put
if
something
you try
away?
to take the nails. You guess it doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah.
You capture log 4 nails into the top card and push
But it
all
let go
the
of the
artifacts
arms.
down a card.
Okay.
The fake arms are pushed entirely out of the deck.
Entirely.
Oh well, they're probably completely useless anyway.
Aren't
But you
they?
don't
We
want
already
to do
have
that again
hands.
Unless you want to drop the smoke pellets and suffer the consequences. In any case, you feel like you have gathered enough things to get down some business and do some really important stuff.
Right.
The next thing you do will probably be exceptionally meaningful.
Hanging
And
up the
suddenly
poster,
it passes
hopefully.
through his mind that he should squawk like an imbecile and shit on his desk.
What?
This is the dumbest idea you've had in weeks. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And yet, the polished surface of your desk, it beckons.
God, I shit on it.
Instead, you merge the
Beckons.
top two cards, combining the nail with the hammer.
Okay.
The
Thank
hammer and
God.
nails are now capture logged on the same card and can be used together.
Right.
And now this places it in an ideal position to use it on the poster.
Right.
You use the hammer and nails in conjunction with the card beneath
Conjunction,
it.
junction,
Now you may
what's your
nail the
function?
poster to your wall.
Right.
You use the hammer, nails, and poster on the blank space on the wall.
Good idea, rather
Oh,
than
it's
sitting on the desk.
glorious, exactly what you wanted.
Little monsters?
The old man really came through this time.
Look
But
at
for
that face
now,
of excitement.
John chooses to examine his Con Air poster.
On
Put
air.
the bunny back in the box.
Is that Adam Sandler?
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Why are there two black people on the back?
Why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? Morgan Freeman's genteel, homespun mannerisms were perfect qualities for a president residing over a crisis.
Right, Deep
Oceans
Impact. I
rise,
feel like I've seen that movie.
Cities fall, and hope survives.
Pretty sure.
Wow.
Beta? Why is that on
Films
your
about
calendar?
the impending apocalypse fascinate you. Plus a
Right.
black president. Now you've seen everything. After examining
Hold on. When was this game made? 8 years ago? Who was my president? Where was I 8 years ago? Right now, at the time of this video, I'm 25. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. When was Obama president? Damn, that was like, how many terms have we been in? Trump been 4, Biden was 4, and then Trump had another 4. What's 9 plus 4? 13. 13 years ago? But then it was 2. Was there a president? No, it was Obama, then Trump. There's a lot of numbers going on in my head. But I'm pretty sure this game had to have taken place before Obama. Or exactly when Obama was Obama. But I don't think the beginning of this game. Now we gotta see. Now I'm wondering. (2009). When was Obama president? You said. Is something wrong with my dates? Who the fuck was president where? Am I? No, because Obama had 2 terms, chat. Shut the fuck up. Thanks.
In your calendar, you realise you've marked your birthday the 13th of April. Another day you marked was supposed to be the arrival date for the highly touted Suburbs Beta launch. It's been 3 days already. It's starting to become a sore subject with you. But perhaps you should eat some cake.
Cake?
You are sick to death of cake. You've been eating it all day, and you have no intention of clogging your Solidex with it either.
We haven't had one.
Put for now. You hear a notice from your computer. Someone is messaging you.
Who?
You pull up to your computer. This is where you spend
wallpaper.
most of your time. You decorated your desktop with some rather handsome wallpaper which you made yourself. You're really proud of it. Your desktop is also listed with various programming project files.
Yeah,
you are
3.
so bad at programming, sometimes you wonder why you even bother with it.
Damn.
Your PestaChum application is flashing. Someone is trying to get in touch with you. Only one of your chums is logged in.
Out of 3.
He sent you a message.
Hey, so, what sort of insane loot did you rake in today?
Got a little Monsters poster. It's so awesome. I'm gonna watch it again today. The apple juice scene is so funny.
Okay. Oh, hell, that's such a coincidence. I just found an unopened container of apple juice in my closet. It's like fucking Christmas up in here.
Why is there apple juice in your
closet? I have
closet?
one question and then a word of caution.
Right.
Have you seen a movie called Little Monsters starring Howie Mandel and Fred Savage?
But the seal on the bottle is unbroken.
Right.
Are you suggesting someone put piss in my apple juice at the factory?
What are we talking about?
Don't you think Monster Howie Mandel has the power to do something as simple as reseal a bottle?
Right.
Try using your brain, numbnuts.
Why did the fat kid or whoever drank it know what piss tasted like? I mean, his reaction was nigh instantaneous.
Okay.
It was the 15th day in a row Howie Mandel peed in his juice.
Damn.
Okay, I can accept that. Monster B-list celebrity douchebags are cunning and persistent pranksters. Also, Fred Savage has a really punchable face.
Damn.
But who cares about this? Let's stop talking about it. Did you get the beta yet?
No. Did you?
Man, I got 2 copies already.
2 copies?
But I don't care. I'm not gonna play it or anything. The game sounds boring.
Damn.
Did you see how it got slammed in Game Bro?
Game Bro's a joke, and we both know it.
Yeah. Why don't you go check your mail? Maybe it's there now.
You see the view of your yard from your window.
Right.
Hanging from the tree is your tire swing.
Right.
In a kid's yard, a tree without a tire swing is like a proper gentleman without a monocle. That is to say, he can hardly be considered a terribly proper gentleman at all.
That's a bar.
And
let him know.
Inside your driveway is your mailbox.
Right.
The little red-armed swilly dilly
you gotta get in
whatever
there.
it's called is flipped up. What
dilly
the hell is that thing called anyway? You do not have time for these semantics. The red flippy leather thing means that you have new mail, and that means that the beta might be here. You're about to hurry downstairs when you hear a car come into the driveway.
The whip.
It looks like your dad has just returned from the grocery store and, oh, great.
You're gonna have to bring in the groceries.
To the mail. If you go downstairs to get it, he will likely monopolize hours of your time. You decide to chill out up here for a while until the dust
Go
settles.
back to goddamn bed.
Sometimes you feel like you are trapped in this room.
You are.
Stuck, if you will, in a sense that possibly borders on the titular. And now your chum is pestering you again. The clockwork of friendship turns ceaselessly, operating the swing lever dealies of harassment in perpetuity. Whatever, the dude can just hold his damn horses. You know, you've put countless man-hours into this assortment of quality titles. But for now, you decide to consult with the Colonel's bottomless wisdom. Good grief, this thing is huge. You could kill a cat if you dropped it. But
I believe it.
To really dig into this hefty book, you will have to capture log it. You are not really sure if you're ready to log jam your other artifacts beneath it just yet.
Right.
Capture
that might take it down
again. What did you just say? You don't want to clog up your... Oh, Jesus. In a momentary lapse of concentration, you accidentally capture log the arms again.
Damn.
Looking towards your computer, you don't think the situation is quite dire enough to go all the way to rancorous, but you still feel the PestaChum client should reflect your mood change in some way.
Bully.
Bully will have to do, you guess. This, unsurprisingly, does nothing whatsoever.
Oh, so, yeah.
Oh, right. You forgot your chum is still pestering you.
Yeah.
Is it there? Please say yes.
Please say yes.
Maybe you can play with TT. She's been pestering me all day about it.
Who the hell
She's
is
macking
TT?
on me so hard all the time, I start to feel embarrassed for her.
Macking?
Not that I can blame her or anything.
Yes, it's understandable because you're really attractive. I'm attracted to you.
What?
No, I don't have it yet. My dad has the mail. I guess I have to go get it and see if it's there. And I've been busy spending all afternoon shitting around with my stupid Silodex. So frustrating.
What's your modus?
What?
How do you retrieve artifacts from it?
Oh, like one at a time, I guess. And if I put too much in, something falls out.
Right.
Stack?
What is yours?
The fuck?
Hash map. My bro taught me a few tricks. He basically knows everything, and it's
So is this a system in the
hell
world,
is that?
dude?
You should probably brush up on your data structures.
I guess.
Data
Could you at
structures.
least allocate your strife specibus?
Nah.
It could free up a card for you, plus let you attack stuff whenever things get too hot to handle.
Attack?
What have you got?
Well, I got a hammer, but it's trapped under some arms.
Wow,
Right.
you really suck at this, don't you? Just get rid of the arms and then allocate the hammer to the specibus.
Okay.
How?
I don't know, just use the arms on any other thing and see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, you stick
And
the
the
fake arms in the
cake!
cake on your bed. This definitely makes the cake at least 300% more hilarious. You're sure the Colonel Sassacre would know the precise index of the elevated hilarity. And now you check the back of your Strife Specibus for the kind abstratus that you have in mind for it.
Ice pick
Your
kind.
Strife
Poker.
Specibus has been allocated with the hammer kind abstratus. The hammer has been moved from your capsule
So now you can attack with it.
Strife deck.
Or whatever that means.
Okay, I did it.
Hammer kind?
Yeah.
Okay, that will be the permanent allocation for your specibus. I guess I should have mentioned that.
Damn! Permanent.
Like hammers, dude.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess. I can't imagine it's going to be all that relevant.
Right.
Now that you finally have some space in your Sylladex to work with, you figure you might as well
pick up
start
that big ass book.
squandering it immediately. Ordinarily, this ridiculous book would be way too heavy to carry around in any practical way. You guess maybe this is in one respect in which the cards present some convenience.
Right.
Game, bro. Why the game of the year or whatever isn't as good as
What
other
the
stuff
fuck?
that I like better.
So, K, Sperve is this game that'll...
First of all, before we get into part 3, right? So in the world, they have cards that they can put stuff in, and then they have one permanent card that they can put something in, but then it's stuck like that. So now he's stuck with a hammer. Is that what I'm getting at? So like these card things, for a second I thought they were in our world, and then I thought sooner or later aliens were gonna come down or some bullshit like that. But it seems like it is our world, but they have like an actual system with cards and shit. But I don't know if it's relevant for everybody in this world, or is this just one of these kids' imagination things with codes and shit like that. But they could actually just be in a computer this whole time, but they're self-aware that they're in a computer. Right? A self-aware computer world? Oh, I guess we'll see. And now we're reading a book.
A lot of cats seem hella pumped up. And this beta is sitting on my desk for review, so I'm like, yeah, man, I'll write something.
Oh, this is Game Bros.
I'm like, so this is about houses or some noise?
Houses?
I'm sure that's like fucking dynamite in a handbag for some bros. But all I'm saying is, when do you get to thrash anything? When you're playing house or some shit, are you ever in jeopardy of getting mud on your doll's dress or whatever from busting out? And I quote, the mad stunts all wicked up ins? Know what I'm saying, bro, yo, ma? I didn't actually play this game, but I gave it 1.5 hats out of 5 hats to keep it real.
You didn't play it?
At this point, I'd like to give a shout out to my boy Dennis, who was over the other day. We were gonna chill in front of the Dark Knight, and he was so psyched of it, y'all. So, this one time, he was leaning against the screen door, and the shit popped open. And the back deck was wet, and he slipped down the steps and broke his thumb on the lawn. It wasn't a long fall. But hey, I guess a thumb bone wasn't made for supporting the brunt of a huge useless tool against wet grass. We never did watch The Dark Knight on account of Ron tucking his bawling candy-ass girth to the hospital.
What?
Cool. I still got another watch in me. Brotel Rwanda.
Brotel Rwanda.
Bro notes. Dennis was so wasted. Haha. I mean, damn.
Haha. I mean,
it might come in handy if you ever need something that burns easily. After looking at the Magician's Hat, you expend your final card on it.
Damn.
You would like to get the funny glasses too,
Okay.
but you don't have a free card in your Sylladex. However,
you could combine
it. Merge the Beaglepuss and the Magician's Hat to create
the Beaglepuss. I didn't know that was the name of it.
John, who is this John you speak of? You are quite certain there has never been, nor ever will be,
a John.
No, yeah, this is just a really, really shitty disguise. While you're wearing the items, they remain on the card, but it is temporarily removed from the deck.
Okay, so then you can pick up another card.
The cards beneath it.
Right.
After leaving your room, you exit into the hallway.
Groovy ass
on one wall, a picture
poster
hangs of a fella who sure looks like he knows how to have a laugh, a man after your own heart.
Right.
You always thought that he looked a lot like Michael Cera, but your dad swears on the many hallowed tombs of Egypt that it is not. You're not sure about that, though. On the other wall was one of your dad's stupid clowns, or harlequins.
I didn't know which one they were talking about.
Anyone who would venture to such a brazen assumption.
Brazenest assumption.
After heading downstairs,
the art in this goddamn heart is
baking
wacky
into your newfound nostrils. Something is brewing in the kitchen.
Is that a
It
present?
must be the conniving
Why is Grandmama on
nemesis Betty Crocker, and the
Betty
rich, buttery aroma of her plot
Buttery.
stinks into high heaven. This mission is going to be more difficult than you imagined. You check out
There's
the
a present.
shelves
We
of
avoided the
fanciful
present?
Harlequins. Ugh,
Is he
look,
clown
it's
obsessed?
fucking garbage. You hate this stuff.
Oh my god.
It's funny, but your dad can sure be a real cornball. Sometimes
Damn.
at night, you just pray for burglars. A bright orange flame flickers in the fireplace.
Oh,
It
that
doesn't matter that it's
Rose
April
things in it.
or that it's not terribly chilly outside.
April!
A fireplace needs a fire, and that's what a fireplace is for. A fire belongs in a fireplace, damn it.
Not all the time.
Categorically, at all times, without exception. As
No.
domestic myth of uncountable origin holds, a home borrows the spirit of the flame for as long as it makes a guest of it,
Spirit of the
much
flame.
as the moon takes liberty with the sun's rays. The moon is an arrant thief, and her pale fire she snatches from the sun.
What?
Mark Twain. You're almost certain Mark Twain said that.
Obviously, it had to have been a quote.
Tossing
I got the hiccups,
game
by the way.
bro into the fire
Damn.
doesn't actually burn anywhere near as quickly as you had hoped. As you decide to fondly regard
Grandmama.
the cremation, you examine the sacred urn containing your departed Nana's ashes.
Nana.
When your father gives her portrait a wistful glance now and then, you can tell it brings back painful memories. A
Damn.
tall bookshelf, a ladder, an unabridged Colonel Sassacre's.
What?
He never wants to talk about it.
Jesus.
After reaching for the urn, you clumsily mishandle it, and now ashes everywhere. In
Grandmama.
retrospect, upon mulling cinematic tropes regarding ash-filled urns, this outcome was a virtual certainty.
Why would you reach for it?
Probably better clean it up before Dad finds it, though.
Right.
Whilst cleaning up, you come upon your father's pipe, in which you use it to beef up your clever disguise.
Huh.
Looking upon the large package in the room, you contemplate
that bad
what
boy
could
up.
possibly be inside it, and the thought of that is very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But it also makes
Champ,
you
you
a
can do
little
anything if
nervous
you
at
put
the
your
same
mind to it. I
time.
believe in you.
Oh, hell no. With that out of the way, you burst
That
the
it there?
Harlequin doll up on the couch. Having it in the middle of the room sprawled out all akimbo-like just struck
Right.
you as unseemly.
It should.
You capture log the ashes onto your available card.
The
Carefully,
ashes.
you merge the sacred urn with
Okay.
the ashes.
Cool beans.
Most of the ashes back in the urn, but it's a total mess.
Most.
Really, it would have been tidier if you just used a broom and a dustpan. Putting the urn back, no one will be the wiser.
I think everybody will know.
Except for maybe people with eyes.
There's gonna be
After
grandma
getting
everywhere.
Just another brilliant idea for something to do with those pointless arms.
Right.
Pry them out of the cake and quickly capture log them.
Right.
And also, it looks like Pester Chum is acting up again.
Test the chum.
Well, it appears that another one of your chums is messaging you.
Tentacle therapist? Hello?
I understand you have recently come into the possession of the beta release of the Game of the Year, as featured in respectable
the Year.
periodicals such as Game Bro magazine.
Game bro.
That's
Does
not
everybody
fair.
read that?
Whoever told you that is a filthy liar. You
Damn.
should probably stop hitting on him all the time or whatever.
I can't control myself. I
What?
must have a weakness for insufferable pricks.
Anyway, I still haven't checked the mail. My dad has it. I'm trying to get it from him, so BRB.
BRB.
John,
What?
you're wearing one of your disguises now, aren't you?
How did she know?
You are typing to me right now while wearing something ridiculous.
What?
No, why would you even think that? That is so stupid.
Okay.
Alright, wish me luck. Oh, by the way, I was wearing a silly disguise this entire time.
Why don't you go get the game from your father?
I know, John.
She already knew.
After heading back downstairs, you can now execute that brilliant idea
This
that you
fucking
had.
clown.
There should be just enough frosting on the fake arms to serve as an adequate adhesive.
For what? A clown with arms? Imagine
Oh,
this
you don't
motherfucker
care
come to
what
life.
Colonel Sassacre says. This makes it at least 1,000,000% funnier. After finding a burnt page on the floor from the Game Bro magazine, you
Right.
decide to inspect it.
Okay.
Broalone. You decide to
No. This is hard. Broalone? You know what's crazy? I recently saw a TikTok. There was some white girl in an airport screaming because her parents wouldn't get her one of these. She said, I'm not leaving unless we get some Broalone. You know those parents walk the fuck away? Has anybody here eaten Broalone? Let me know if it's good. It looked like a crunch bar. Chocolate with some crunchy shit with Rice Krispie treats in the middle. That's what it looks like, but it could be different. Is it good? Rated out of 10.
put this back in the fire where it belongs.
Wow, Broalone!
And while you're cleaning up, you may as well throw the present wrap in the fire.
Why?
You think of capture logging the doll, but you can carry hefty items, but this thing is just way too big. Get
way
real.
too large. Get real.
Besides, you don't even want it.
You don't.
Looking upon Colonel Sasuke's text, you thought about consulting it to determine just how hilarious the doll is now.
Right.
But this text is way too big to navigate in a timely fashion. You decide to forget about it for now. Movingly fashion.
I gotta read it.
You decide to forget about it for
now. It has to be read. Hell's Bell. We are having a mighty sporting time of this. Hold fast. My interpay fellow Prinksmith. We merely nicked the mahogany of our jabbing chest. If I may direct the incentive ogle of your beagle pus to the wriggling regency of rubber bugs, plastic parasites, squirming serpents, pliable pests, and every such order and falla of creepy crawly. Land sakes above. No, land sakes alive. We are cooking with patrol now. And further exhibits, we shall dwell on artifacts useful of your exploits. Is your pappy's rod, whoa, and real handy? What about a bit of iron core? It shouldn't prove exclusive. Bring those writhing rascals to life, and set the nerve of some old maid to the wreck of Perperus. Do you have a bothersome aunt who never seems troubled to find ways with your sunny afternoon? A broad, slippery fence, a bucket of whitewash perhaps. By gum, you'll fix her wagon. And what of that tabby gent who puts his lackadaisical lean near the Seraphilla font? You'll have that listless octoroon find the spring in his step just yet. These big ass words and these hiccups are kicking my ass, okay? The creepy crawlies. This had nothing to do with the clown.
For now. Moving onwards, the door to the left leads into the kitchen, from which a smell of baking wafts, a powerful aroma which could lift even an especially portly hobo off of his feet.
Hello.
The door to the right leads to his study, where your dad spends a lot of his time.
True.
He could be in either room. So where will you go?
50-50. Gotta risk it.
After choosing to go into the study, John looks around. It doesn't look like your dad is in here right now.
What's up with all these clowns, man? Really invested.
On your father's desk is a
bet he only got jokers.
Cards, one of your dad's pipes, the April issue of the Serious Jester magazine, and a stray capture log card.
Right.
There is also a can of peanuts on the desk.
A stray card. So this is.
Dad, you won't be falling for that one again.
So it is
a
just a
peanut
world.
Allergy is a terrible affliction to cope with. You swap the magician's hat with a bowler hat.
Okay, I'm rocking with it.
This disguise is somewhat less funny, but a whole lot more distinguished looking.
It is. Yes.
Your
Another
dad
pipe.
Maintains
Dual
numerous
pipe.
Pipes around the household.
Yo, your dad
A father
just began
without a
pipes,
pipe
huh?
is like a strapping roughneck without a toothpick. That is to
Damn.
say, he can rather be a piss-poor excuse for a roughneck, if you ask me.
Damn.
You'd rather not take the pipe, though. The first one tastes bad enough as it is.
Ugh.
But how you suffer for your comedy.
How you suffer from your comedy.
Hey, there's a capture log card on the desk.
Are you going to take it?
This will be perfect for expanding the space in your cellar. Ah!
No fucking way.
Out of frustration for the antics
No
of the capture
fucking
log
way.
card, John plays a haunting piano refrain.
What? Why is this kid so good at this goddamn piano? Yeah, piano lessons? I'm surprised his dad even gave him piano lessons. I would think he would give him clown lessons instead. Following his goddamn footsteps, I guess. Maybe, possibly. He just had to kill that shit real quick? Out of frustration?
John decides to play 52 card pickups, the prankster's favorite card game. Even though you are alone in the room, thus rendering it an especially foolish version of solitaire. So stupid. Look at this mess. The peanut gallery all over there is sure
That the
getting a kick out
Joker?
of it. You are allergic to their scorn. You go back
I was
into
gonna say,
the
is this
living room
Dad,
and
dude?
contemplate about
It's
checking
not.
the mailbox outside. You think perhaps you should
Risk
exhaust
it.
all
Is that the
possibilities
old
before
man up
plunging
there?
headlong into Dad's encounter. Your television is also currently airing a commercial.
What type of commercial is that
the
shit?
house.
Right.
Hooray. After checking your mailbox,
It's
is
already been
predictably empty.
Yeah.
You have already been scooped by your father.
Scooped.
The streets are empty.
What?
Winds skim the voids, keeping neighbors
4K?
apart, as if grazing the hollow of a cut reed or say, a plundered mailbox, a familiar note is produced. It's the one desolation plays to keep its instrument in tune.
Oh my god.
It is your 13th birthday today, and as with all 12 preceding it, something feels missing from your life.
Damn!
Presently eluding you is only the latest sleight of hand from the repertoire of an unseen riddler.
Right.
Wanted to engender a sense not of mirth, but of lack. His coarse schemes are those less of a prankster than a common pickpocket. His riddle is absence itself. It's a mystery dispersing altogether, like the moon's faint reflection, with even one pebble of inquiry dropped in its black well. It is the most diabolical riddle of all.
I know for damn sure this game isn't saying all this, but I'm gonna rock with it. But I know for damn sure this game isn't saying all this. I know it.
Diminishes little passions and increases great ones, as wind extinguishes candles and fans of fire. Walt Whitman. Yes, you are certain Walt Whitman said that. 100% positive. You have a feeling that it's going to be a long day.
Right.
But despite this, maybe you should leave a surprise for the mailman.
No.
Hello?
Looking into your dad's car, the door is locked and your dad has the car keys. You peer in through the driver's side window. You don't see any mail, but you do see a green package.
Yeah.
There is also something underneath it that looks like a slip of paper.
Slip of paper.
Could these items have come in the mail? You don't see anything else that usually comes
Why would he
in the
sit
mail,
it in
like
the car?
bills or coupons.
Right.
Maybe your dad forgot to take this stuff inside. You try to get a gander in through the kitchen window, but you can't see a whole lot.
There's
It
two.
seems that your
Another
dad's
present.
been doing so much baking, the glass has steamed up. God, he is so weird. But you
Is
can
he
see
just
what's
for
on the
cooking?
table just beside the window.
All them
It
goddamn
looks like
cakes.
the mail is there, and included among it is a red package, some bills, your dad's PDA, and an envelope that appears suspiciously labelled with the Suburb logo.
Suburb
Could
logo.
it be? Unfortunately, the window is locked.
Get in there.
Heading back inside, you decide to go.
One of
into
the hands
kitchen.
fell off.
You have no other choice. You are going in. Clever disguise, it's time to work your magic.
Work your magic. Oh my god. In 4K. Dead nuclear. All these goddamn cakes. Fat ass cake.
Your dad sees right through your costume. You don't even know what you are thinking with this foolish ruse. You unequip the clever disguise. Your dad wields a dreaded artifact of confection. He stands
Confection.
between you and the mail. There is
Right.
only one way to settle this.
What a book. Oh my god. What? Hey, did he just hit the cake? Big damage? Oh, he's blocking it. I don't want it. Garden Rubik.
Cannot abscond. This pesky guardian is blocking your path, and you will need to engineer some sort of
Is
distraction.
that a pie?
And he now brandishes yet another artifact of confection.
Right.
This man is ruthless. You better brace for impact in the most comedically striking fashion possible.
Oh. Blocked?
The Beagle Agus absorbs the brunt of the treat. It looks like Dad will enjoy the prankster's gambit on that exchange.
Good God.
As is usually the case.
What
In
else
retaliation,
you got?
you take the pie tin and unequip the Beagle Puss.
Right.
Everything in your Silodex is pushed back a card.
The gas
smoke
pellets.
pellets are ejected from the deck. Yes, this could be just the distraction you were.
Well, not the gas, but the smoke.
Oh. Well, nothing happens.
What?
What a huge letdown. But when two great forces oppose each other,
A
the victory
book.
will go to the one that knows how to yield. Oscar Wilde. Wise words by a man who likely could resist everything but temptation. The cake forces Colonel Sasuke's text out of your Silodex.
Right.
Sasuke, you beautiful bastard!
Ah!
Now's your chance. Now that Dad
He's
is
trying to get this.
activating the smoke detector, you can safely sneak away.
Right.
You snag your dad's PDA, and maybe later you'll switch the background image to something hilarious as
That's
a prank.
crazy.
Besides, it may come in handy later.
Right.
Your spare capture log card is forced out of the Silodex and consequently integrated with the deck. You now have
Thank
5
God.
cards to work with.
Okay.
Additionally, the red package is addressed to you.
But he can't take
so
the
you take it.
envelope though. Put down the cake,
And upon
pal.
taking the envelope, you now have the Suburbs Beta.
Okay, that's better.
You leave the kitchen and capture log the cake on the couch, expelling the pie tin from the bottom card.
What?
Furthermore, you merge the 2 cakes across all 5 cards.
Why?
Everything in your Silodex is smushed between the cakes. Why
Why would you do
these
that?
things through
Like, why
first?
did you do that?
You pause at the junction and head down the hall.
Right.
You're going to need something to clean up the mess you're about to make by dissecting this cake. To
Dissecting.
the left is the bathroom, and to the right is your dad's room.
Right.
It is locked, and you are forbidden from ever entering.
What's in Dad's
He
room?
has secrets.
What type of secret?
You enter the bathroom. You can
Get
see
that
the
cloth.
backyard from your window. The jewel in its crown is the swing set, which has provided you with years of joy.
Yeah.
There is also a spring-mounted pogo ride,
Spring
which has
trap?
been responsible for more than one painful injury,
Damn.
and provided you with years of lament. On the
He
seat
could get
is your
injured off a
dad's
swing.
razor. On the rack to the side is a fresh towel.
We need that.
You take the razor and use it to perform surgery on the cake.
Okay.
You take the towel and clean off the extracted goods.
Okay.
The items force the man-handled cake into the toilets.
My God.
And just like that, your Silodex is full again. God, this thing is annoying. After that mess, you choose to return to your
Why
bedroom.
so many people messaging him?
You're not
Good God.
usually into chick flicks, but Matthew McConaughey's cool charisma could salvage
Matthew
any
McConaughey.
heap of smouldering wreckage.
Damn.
This is your McConaughey Wall, a casual shrine to an amazing actor.
Right.
The film above that one is a lot better, you think.
A time
Can
to
you
kill.
see her? I want you to picture that little girl. Now imagine she's white. You got us, Matthew. Your smooth talking exposed our latent racism.
What
Damn
the
you.
fuck? What the fuck?
Hi, happy birthday, John.
Appreciate it.
Hello? Okay, I will talk to you later.
Guardian
Hey,
get
Gigi's
Johnson.
looking for you.
Uh,
Are you even so popular all of a sudden?
It's your birthday.
Is
I
it
mean, his
for some
birthday.
Special occasion or something?
Wow.
Did you do something to curry favor with the ladies? Did
What?
you break your leg on a puppy or some shit?
What?
Dude, what are you doing?
I
What?
discovered a comet is going to destroy the Earth. It was named after me. Now I'm
Ah.
famous and everyone wants to talk about me a lot.
No, stop. Just no. Don't talk about your awful, stupid movies or make references to them. Your gross man-bro crush on Matt McConaughey is an unsavory thing to behold.
Man, bro.
McConaughey?
Sounds like
McCona-
a noise a horse would make, i.e. dumb. Equally dumb are all those pictures of that clown you've got hanging up.
Those are my dad's.
That's my
I was
dad.
talking about Nick Cage.
That's
What?
crazy.
No, man. Cage is sweet. So sweet.
So lame.
So
You don't even
lame.
like him ironically or anything. This is like for real, isn't it?
I do things ironically sometimes. What about what I sent you on your birthday?
Damn.
No, those are awesome.
What? No,
What do
they're stupid, which was a joke. The ironic joke, get it? Wait, you're actually wearing them, aren't you?
I'm
Where-
wearing them
what?
ironically. Because they're awesome. The fact that they're ironic makes them awesome. And
Right.
vice versa. Are you taking notes on how to be cool? Jesus, get a fucking pen.
Get a
We do
fucking
realize
pen.
they touched Stiller's weird, sort of gaunt face at some point.
What?
Ew, yeah. Oh well. Anyway, speaking of which, did you get the mail?
Did you get the
Yeah.
mail?
Did there happen to be a package there?
Yeah, there's a big red one.
Big
You
red
should
one.
probably open it.
I would, but it's trapped under the Sperve Beta, so I will probably
What?
open it after I install the beta.
Okay.
Oh man, the beta came?
Beta
Yeah, wanna
game?
play it?
No way.
That's crazy.
Why not?
Why not?
Sounds so hells of boring. Just
Why'd
wait
you
till
get
see
two
her
of 'em?
play it. She's all about that.
Where'd she go?
Her internet is blinking in and out, I guess.
Ah,
Probably be back online soon. Oh, and Christ in a sidecar. Are
Christ
you
in a
still
sidecar.
using the stack modus?
Stack
Seriously,
modus?
you need to bone up on your data structures. That
Bone
shit is
up.
just ridiculous.
Okay, I will.
He won't.
You decide to space out in front of the computer for a while before doing anything important.
Open the
you
fucking
open the Thykius
packages.
web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created.
Looks like it just crashed.
The new adventure is okay, but
A
you're
game
not
within
sure
a
if you
game?
like it as much as the last one. You decide it's time for less meta and more beta.
Thank God.
You insert the CD and install the Suburbs Beta.
Suburbs Beta.
What the fuck is this?
Server class running
You
for
go to
server.
your
Oh,
closet
you ready
where
for
you
it?
keep a lot of the clothes and
Ghost
array of
Dad, Bill
handy computer
Cosby.
programming guides.
I got news for his future.
Data structure for assholes! My Buckminster Funny Uncle. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Now get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit.
Damn!
Free fetch modus in the back.
Dang.
You're not really sure if you really want to dig into this huge tome.
Why do you
It
even
looks
have
pretty
this?
boring and kind of onery.
Oh, like,
Maybe you just check out that free modus instead.
please turn that bitch to the back.
You turn to the back of the inside cover where a free fetch modus is included
Has he
in the
never
plastic
opened this
sleeve.
book before?
This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure,
Mhm.
operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first
First
in,
in,
last
first
out
out.
method of stack.
Right.
Items capture logged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card and must wait for the items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For
Damn!
instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your
Why
previous
the
one. In
fuck
fact,
would you
it
use
almost
it?
seems more inconvenient.
Like,
You figure you might as well give it a chance, though.
so what are you gonna do with the knife?
You try switching back to stack modus, but you suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't
Right.
even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack
You did?
modus.
Doesn't look
You
like
find
it at
this
all.
all to be a little abstract, and you prefer not to think about it too much.
Put it down?
You're not quite sure if you understand.
put
You
put something
capture on
down.
one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead
Right.
weight. After picking up the second cake, it causes
Right.
your razor to launch out the front of your Sylladex.
Thank God.
Oh, good lord.
Ah!
That beautiful
A
face.
time to kill.
You wish
Killed.
the razor would have failed to launch. You decide to get more stuff from your magic chest and open it and capture like one of your
So he
favorite
can only
books of all
he can
time.
only do the one at the
Wise
bottom.
Guy by Mike Caveney.
And now you just
there
have a
goes
blanket
the
on you.
fresh towel.
Or a towel on
You
you.
take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA
Ah!
like bullets.
Oh god damn it.
Damn!
You examine the package. It is from
Okay.
one of your internet chums.
Right.
It's bound
EB
in
to
packing
TJ.
tape, though, and
Or
you'll need
TG.
something sharp to open it.
And-
Of
yeah.
course, the razor. It's all so simple. You
Yep.
wonder why you didn't.
Oh!
You pick up the package again and.
The cake?
Yeah.
You're fucking
let's
up your
skip this to the
room!
top.
Jesus!
You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex range devastation on your room
Oh
from
my
above.
god!
And now that your cards are packed with glass,
Window
you
is
probably don't want to
fucked.
do that anytime again soon.
Jesus Christ!
Also, you should probably go and get that stuff before you forget about it.
No! Open your shit!
You use the razor to open the package, and there is something suspicious inside.
What is it?
Something suspiciously smelly
Smelly?
and dirty.
Dirty.
It is a stuffed bunny, much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich Cyrus the Virus while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe. And strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas City strip
Oh,
by Cage Poe and offered to his daughter.
his
A
daughter.
gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold.
Ew.
Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man.
That's crazy.
But no, it is not merely like that bunny. According
It
to the
is.
note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny.
that shit gotta be
This
worth
is
$2.
so awesome. Looking at your computer, it looks like it's trying to get your attention.
Oh, it's done? Updating to the server? Press enter when ready.
It looks like you managed to retrieve the beta.
Right.
Excellent. I'm going to try to connect.
Well,
Cool beans.
okay, but I just got the most awesome
Well,
present.
okay.
The rabbit?
The rabbit.
So sweet!
I've heard tales of this wretched creature often.
Yeah. Damn.
Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my
Mm.
personal mythology by now.
What?
Ensconced.
Why don't we focus on the matter at hand?
Right.
Oh, the game. Okay.
Holy.
I don't really know
Game.
how this works. What am I even looking at here?
Right.
You are running the client application.
Right.
I'm running the server, so
Okay.
I'm the host user. I have established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game.
Okay.
Okay then.
Why don't we get started?
I'm scared. Okay, now we're at a loading screen. Okay, so this game got to be crazy with a crazy load screen like that, right? Suburb. The fuck? Select. Revise. Deploy. Whatever that says, registry. Grist cache. Explore at them. And alchemy something. He could just pick up shit using his computer? Oh, there's the original thing. Okay. And he just put it on top of his house.
Whoa.
And
What
that
are you
was
doing?
sliding.
Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls.
Oh,
Is my magic
she's doing
chest
that.
on the roof now?
Yes.
It is.
I will try and be more careful next time.
You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Silodex.
Thank God.
You can now opt for either the stack or the queue modus at any time.
Okay.
You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon.
I feel like we stick with the stack.
It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved
Jesus.
to have the house to yourself again.
All those
if only
goddamn
for a few
boxes. I mean,
minutes.
cake.
You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof.
Or the
Or
broken
the sheet
window.
throughout the window, for that matter.
Yes.
Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me?
Please.
I'll give it a shot.
Thanks.
No luck.
No
It
luck.
appears to be out
Damn.
of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the
Okay.
player.
Oh.
Aw.
In an attempt to rectify the situation, you try to select John. But you cannot select a player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor.
Abjures.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Are you putting the bunny back in the box? Okay. You put the bunny back in the box. Oh, she put the bunny back in the box. What does this do? What the fuck? Is that a crack cooker?
Totem, lathe, alchemister.
What the fuck is going on? So she can just build shit in his room? She can extend his room?
You don't know what the heck this thing is, but it sure looks neat.
Right. What are these
It
caches?
seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying
Build
the lathe
grist.
did not appear to incur any expense.
Right.
It looks like certain objects are freebies,
Right.
probably to help you set up the game.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. What do they do?
Just extended this
I
nigga's
think
house.
it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently.
How do I
Okay.
move stuff around? It sounds fun.
I don't
Sounds
think
fun.
you can as the client. You will need to install the server application.
Okay.
You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer
The
right
other
now.
one must be in the dad's car.
What?
Did you get another envelope in the mail?
In the
No.
dad's car.
Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure
Right.
you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner.
Huh.
Are you sure you didn't get it?
Ah, man. I think I might know where it is.
Definitely in Dad Duke's
Now
car.
that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the reach of the cursor and I can reach the items.
Okay.
Which you threw out the window for some reason?
Good
Don't
idea.
even worry about it.
What have you been doing in here all afternoon anyway?
Trying to get into
I
this
was
goddamn
messing with
box.
my retarded Silodex.
Nah, that's
But I
crazy. Not in
think I have it under
2025.
control now. What modus do you use?
I like to use trees.
Oh no, that
Trees.
sounds so awkward.
Tuh.
It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant.
Right.
After doing as instructed, Rose kindly retrieves the PDA and Wise
Please
Guy.
and thank you. So fuck the cake, I guess. What the hell is that? It's an apple thing. In the living room in front of the front door? Why is it so
Why
heavy?
Is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house?
Yes.
Yes, 2 more large gizmos.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
sweet. What is with all these big contraptions?
If
Yeah.
I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy.
Huh. To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game?
That
Right.
remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate.
Got a beta for a game but don't even know what to
You
do?
decide to grab the PDA, switching back to
Uh-huh.
stack modus so it is readily available.
Mm-hmm.
The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything.
The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner of Pipe Fan 413 judicial appraisal. This Gary Slut, does he read
The
it?
like. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The Serious Business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances.
Right.
His fellow street performers, maybe?
Uh-huh.
You guess all those performing arts must have been pretty serious business after all.
Mm-hmm.
Serious business.
There we go.
Gray Slack 66 at 1721. Need counsel on removing coffee from necktie.
What?
Incident occurred 45 seconds ago.
45 seconds ago.
Rapidly settling into fabric.
Huh.
Too busy for this at 1722. Please elaborate on incident.
Incident.
Gray Slack 66 at 1722
Mm-hmm.
was posturing unevenly to reach for hat on wall hook.
Wall
Tip
hook.
of tie slipped in open mouth of pot. Duration of dunk approximately 3 seconds.
Okay.
Office urchin 1280 at 1723.
Photographic documentation.
Documentation of incident.
Right.
Well pressed attire at 1723.
Mm-hmm.
Use ballpoint pen to roll up tip of cloth. Extract pen. Press rolled cloth against ceramic surface, e.g. restroom sink.
Right.
In future, consider repositioning hat hook and or coffee pot.
Because why is your hat
Gray
hook
Slacks
right next to your coffee
66
pot?
at 1724. Decided to return home for fresh tie.
Right.
Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return.
Immediately upon return.
The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner for Pipe Fan 413's judicious appraisal.
Judicious appraisal.
You install Pester Chum on your PDA.
That's crazy. It's not even yours.
Now you can keep tabs on all of your chums while you wander around the house.
Right.
Hey.
You don't know
knock,
what else
knock,
could be on
knock.
your dad's phone.
I am messaging from my dad's PDA.
PDA.
What you threw into the yard.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm telling you. It jumped out of my Silodex like a frightened weasel.
It
What
did.
were you doing with it in the first place? I am not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself?
Wow.
What? No.
Calm
They're
down.
all accidents. Please take your psychobabblery elsewhere, miss.
Your bathroom is a mess.
Wow.
You do that too.
Oh
Man,
wait, I
see,
forgot.
This isn't cool.
The cake.
All this snooping nonsense.
All in your house.
There's a cake in the toilet.
What's in the
Yes,
dad's room?
There is.
I'm tempted to clean it up for you.
Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead.
My obsessive-compulsive disorder complex.
Yeah,
Can a disorder also be a complex?
In your case, probably.
that's crazy.
Sounds complicated.
It is.
Anyway, I am going to have a look at this enormous platformy
Like,
thing
what the
in front
fuck
of
is
balcony.
this?
You
Just gonna
examine
stand
the
in it?
altimeter in a cautious manner. You have no idea what
This
to
is
do with
cautious?
this thing. You can't actually find any controls for it.
Right.
Having exhausted all other possibilities, you decide to just stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually.
Anything can happen at the
You
moment.
turn
Oh, nothing
around
happened.
and look through your telescope.
In the
It's a
day?
clear, sunny day with nothing out of the ordinary. to
Your
report.
eyes!
At least nothing beyond the walls of your own home.
Right. And we're cleaning.
Whoops.
Oh!
What was that noise? Is this something I should go investigate?
Yes.
No, I have it under control.
Do
can keep
you?
playing with your telescope.
Uh,
I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the extruder?
the
The
what?
scooter.
The thing I put in your living room.
Living room.
You jump down into the utility room.
Hold on.
After doing so, you
A
take
hammer
the
and a-
sledgehammer and the
Right.
capture log card, combine
Capture
the
log
two
card.
and quickly apply it to your Strife Specibus.
Big hammer?
You think it's really cool that things don't always have to be such a federal fucking issue. Ha, it looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA.
John, did you get my package?
Mm-mm.
Oh, hey. No, not yet.
Darn, are you sure?
Darn.
It was in a
Then
green box.
Oh,
That's
yes,
isn't that
but
dad
it
Duke's
is in my dad's car, and
Yeah.
he's still out at the store.
Yeah.
He should be back soon.
Right.
Great, so what are you up to today?
I am
You
on
know,
my neck
manipulating
at
the
stupid
world.
Sperve stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house.
Lol, what's Sperve?
Oh, it's this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still trying to figure it out.
We don't even know
What
what we're
was
doing.
What was what?
There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion.
Wow.
What is she
really?
doing with the toilet?
I will go outside and look.
What's
Oh,
up with
man. Alright, but be careful, okay?
I will.
Might as well check out the... Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door?
I
There's a
thought that was
door
where it was.
there?
Yes.
Yeah?
I didn't see it. I just thought it would fit nicely into that groove.
It is a
You
nice
thought
girl.
it was elegant?
Elegant.
Okay, well, what do I do with this thing?
Who knows?
Hello? What
Hello.
are you doing up there now?
Hopefully repair. In the goddamn hole.
Oh, fuck.
The tub!
You examine the wheel on the crook extruder.
And it's not
When
moving,
you turn
is
the
it?
wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you
Right.
aren't strong enough to make the lid come off.
You ain't got no gains, brother?
On the tub's journey to the driveway,
Ah!
the connection is interrupted.
You can see me, right? Tell me, what is wrong with this picture?
Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I
Wireless?
would prefer a stronger signal in another part
You
of
don't
the
get an
house,
Ethernet?
but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother.
Damn.
I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support.
Huh.
Quite a road to hoe there. Though,
Road
I
to
suppose I'm
hoe.
complicit for not informing social services about your situation.
Jesus.
I know. What about going outside? Maybe you could catch the neighbor's signal.
That presents the same problem.
Okay.
Also,
Hey.
it's raining, remember? And dark.
The weather.
It's dark already?
Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones.
This connection gotta be
Okay.
ass on the East Coast. Good God, she
John
must be far away.
decides that he may
Oh my
have better
God!
use of his time trying to hit the crook extruder with his sledgehammer.
Thank God.
Need some help?
It won't turn. Yee. Oh, it got muted. Help.
What is this thing?
Okay.
And what is that clock counting
It's
down to?
counting
I've been
down.
looking at the game pack walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out.
We're just
Hold
doing
while I
shit.
read further.
Okay.
All of these walkthroughs are extremely short.
Right.
None progress much further than this point.
Weird.
Okay.
I mean, it is a new game.
True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cruxite.
As a
Cruxite.
result, you extrude one cruxite dowel.
I
Okay.
feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous.
Like, bro,
John?
a little bit of
Oh. Your PDA is trapped onto the cruxite now.
what?
Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card too.
Okay. What the hell is that card? What is that ball
After
of
picking
shit?
up the card, a shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll.
Oh my God, Jesus.
You decide to take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional useless freight
Why are
pushes
you
your
back in
PDA
the
to
queue?
the last card. Then you switch the queue modus so you can access the PDA.
Okay.
More glass shrapnel flies from the deck.
Good God.
This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something.
And
That's
blogs,
probably an
Minecraft,
internal sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped.
prototype,
Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means.
prototype twice.
Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written.
Right.
Well, you are the one with the cursor, so just
Ugh.
do whatever you think is the,
The
right
to-
thing to do.
Toilet in the tub,
Also,
man.
fix my bathroom.
Please. What are you doing with that? That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. I like that. I like that. That's hard. That's hard. Because only one arm fell off. It got a cut from the goddamn glass and the shit. That's hard. That's a good.
I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook.
That was
Gobbledygook.
only tier 1 prototyping.
Right.
There is still another tier to the prototyping
So you got to put
process,
something else in it. What
which
else
for
could you
all
put
we
in it?
know, merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics.
The
Right.
clock is ticking.
Hmm.
We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery.
Not
This
at all.
unmitigated poppycock?
Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm
Yeah.
going upstairs to that big platformy thing.
The
Mhm.
alchemitor.
Huh?
Yeah,
Try to
alchemitor.
learn the lingo.
Try to
You try
run
to
the
use
lingua.
the pre-punched card with the alchemitor, but there is no
Mhm.
slot for a card anywhere to be found on
Must
the
be the other
alchemitor.
machine, huh?
The Colonel sprite followed you upstairs.
Right.
Acquiring a Cruxite Dow seems to have populated the Athenium with one item,
Athenium?
a perfectly generic object.
Just a cube.
You snatch the telescope from its tripod.
Ah.
Who knows, it might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering.
Okay.
The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard.
It's
over the
$10
neighbor's
fucking
fence.
two.
You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemitor's
In the back
small
one.
pedestal. But wait, something is happening.
What's happening? What the fuck is going on now?
You set the alchemitor to cast 3 perfectly generic objects for some reason.
Okay.
Expending a total of 6 units of build grist.
Right.
These
Build
things
grist.
look completely useless. What a waste.
Right.
Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky.
What?
You switch back to your
This
stack
guy's
lotus
just
and get a
bugging out.
closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel sprite seems to be particularly agitated about it.
A meteor!
You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your
You're
current
no astronomer.
perspective. This is a troubling development.
It is.
You also high-five the Colonel's.
For what?
You figure you've left him hanging long enough.
Shut the fuck up.
You think about ingesting a unit of build grist. It is tempting because they strongly resemble rock and blue raspberry gushers. However, the units
I don't think they have those
grist
anymore.
are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane.
Physical.
There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating the most idiotic and frivolous of actions.
You might as well take a bite though.
Your dad is getting home. John,
And through.
what did you do with your PDA this time?
Gone.
I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist.
Build grist. Obviously, just put it all back. He can't get through the front fucking door. Why is your toilet outside? I know that's what you're thinking.
Upon returning to your room, you find
Right.
that two chums have been trying to message you.
Right, Raggy.
I'm working on the bathroom,
Right.
but we are running low on build grist.
Yeah.
Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? Now there's a meteor heading for my house.
Right.
I see.
Ah.
Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game?
No shit, Sherlock.
I don't know, maybe. What do I do?
Right.
I think it's very likely.
Right.
The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous. As
Ambiguous.
if written hastily and with a sense of alarm.
Why'd I hit?
Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable.
Ah.
Wow, fascinating.
If the meteor is a game construct,
Right.
I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms.
Right.
Try using the lathe. It
Lay.
says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do that.
Really, it is a labor to read this drivel.
Tuh.
If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar.
A
while it
jar?
blows spit bubbles in a high chair.
Oh my
I
god.
think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after we make sure you don't die.
If he's the only one that
I
dies.
heard you got the box. I
Yeah.
hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way.
Wow.
Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon.
Douchebag
Hey, where are
marathon.
you?
Oh man, the bunny was awesome.
As the meteor's
But I
coming
don't
down
have
on our
time to
house.
talk. I'm playing Sperve, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house.
Literally.
Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether.
Oh, he does
And
only
now
have a
there's
sink
meteor
now.
coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky heading
And you're-
right for my house.
And you're texting right
Okay,
now.
How big is it?
I don't know, big I guess.
Big,
Gotta
I
go.
guess.
We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up.
Okay.
Like the size of Texas, or just
Eh.
Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale like it really means anything to us.
Not
But it's
anything
like,
at
it
all.
doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President,
Texas is
there's a
pretty
meteor
fucking
coming, sir.
huge.
Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh,
Oh
shit.
shit.
Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh, snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter?
Yeah.
You mean like the planet? Yeah.
What other
Well, it's
Jupiter?
that big, sir.
Oh.
That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. The Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh, shit. Anyway, later.
Anyways, later.
You slip a pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe.
Okay.
Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you
Chisels.
just need something to lathe.
The fucking
Cursing
thing
your
that we
lack
have.
of foresight, you return to the balcony for the crooksite dowel you left on the pedestal.
So we're gonna
You
take that.
navigate the hallway leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his
The
hallway.
tub in the fucking. Okay. Sure. Is that just gonna be placed there?
The perfect crime. You
What?
retrieve the crooksite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs.
Shrugs?
To do more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass.
His ass.
Moving on, you clamp the crooksite into the lathe. The lathe then carves one totem.
Right.
You take said
A
totem.
totem.
Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapy thing.
Right.
Now I guess I take it back to the Alchemixer again? Hello?
No longer connected. You just doing shit with his stuff. Connection lost right in front of his door with 2 minutes to go. Oh. And he can't push the door up because of that fucking tub.
A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent
Tentacles.
storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow.
Impact frames?
This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue.
Tip of my tongue.
What was the name of this young lady again?
What do you call her?
Flighty Broad. No,
crazy.
no, that wasn't it.
She's pissed.
Rose Lalonde.
Rose Lalonde.
Yes.
Okay.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Your name is Rose. As was
I'm loving the
previously
purple.
mentioned, you are without
Cthulhu?
electricity. Although your laptop computer still functions on battery power.
Battery.
You have a variety
Deadass?
of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature.
I promise you
enjoy
this is
creative
the time.
writings and are somewhat secretive about it.
There's a meteor
You have
coming
a
down.
fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis.
Oh.
You also like to knit. Your room is
You
a bit
know,
of a mess, and on occasion, if
that
just
much of
the
a
right
mess.
one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends.
A video game we gotta reconnect to.
Retrieve the arms from the purple box.
Okay.
The purple package's contents are private.
No
No one is allowed to look inside. Writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed.
What?
The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach.
It should.
Then how about you stroke your writing journal and mutter,
Stroke it.
precious. You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching.
Right.
These journals are for your eyes only.
Fanfic in the
You
motherfuckers
capture
with
log the
Cthulhu.
violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. Furthermore, you choose to play a haunting refrain on your violin.
Is there a meteor coming down, by the way? Does everybody practice an instrument in this goddamn game? I know their parents proud of them for learning all these goddamn instruments. Maybe she had to hit it one time for the one time just before the meteor takes her out. This should have been a fucking band instead of playing these computer games that's fucking up their world.
You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while
Holy
your friend is in
fucking
peril.
shit.
Nice time management skills there,
Literally.
sweetheart. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud.
What the fuck are you talking about, pal?
Rose chooses to pick up her knitting bag.
Right, she got a whole lot of
Occupies
whatchamacallit.
the left leaf card under the violin.
Right.
Per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method.
Okay,
K
catalog that.
less than V. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when
An
you were young.
entire
Your
mausoleum?
mum had the structure erected with the spirit of a
Erected?
scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal.
Right.
At least this is how you have come to interpret the gesture, in
Please.
retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette for a laboratory next door.
I thought that was a prison.
Facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal.
We gotta get over
You
there.
may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house.
And fast,
If you
please.
seek higher ground, you take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L less than V.
L less than V.
More than K. This causes the
Alphabetical.
tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself.
Right.
Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves.
Right.
K less than L, V more than L.
Right.
You examine a book on your
Grimoire
desk.
for summoning
The Grimoire for
zoology.
summoning the zoologically dubious.
Dubious.
This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk,
Right.
of which there are very few. You take the Grimoire, G less than
As a
L,
meteor is
G
coming down on
less
my
than
friend's house.
A. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite
Like
wizard.
something you would type into
Your mother collects
ChatGPT,
these
but
awful
original.
things ironically. She must know how much you detest them. There is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you
Observatory.
will be able to connect from up there.
Right.
Your mother's room is also in that direction.
Yeesh, you
will
risking
have
it?
to watch your step.
You risking it?
You tiptoe to the observatory.
Oh, these
You
goddamn
also
wizards.
approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond that juncture is the observatory.
Right. Observatory. Is my dukes down there? The fuck? Oh. Hold on. Some waist, all hips, all face. Bring her ass back. I need to
This
take a
door
look.
leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there
Hold on. She might have
in
been.
quite
She
some
like
time.
thick as shit.
The door opens to an exterior
Why is your house
walkway
built like
leading
this?
to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend.
It's your fault in the first place.
You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated.
Right.
But removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your
Makes
items
sense.
are dumped unceremoniously on the floor.
Right. And she asking, "Why? What's his face?
You're in a
Goddamn."
hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope.
What?
You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead.
What the fuck?
You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting.
It should be.
You stack the laptop on the grimoire to increase the maximum elevation.
Sure, my friend's in danger.
You'll need
Gotta look at
every
this telescope though.
advantage you can get. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each one of relatively decent strength.
If you don't
One of
choose
them is
one,
mysteriously and quite convenient unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect
and we're
to the
back.
game with John.
Thank God. 40 seconds.
Hurry up and open my door. Not
Hurry
that it
up.
matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what.
True.
You still haven't used the new totem.
Totem.
I believe it will create the item on the punch card.
So what is it, like an apple or something? What good will that do?
We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item,
Right.
and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In
Right.
one instance, it was described as an eggy lockin' thicket.
Do we have enough of
Eggy
these
lockin'
building
thinking.
jewels to make it?
According to the Athenium, it is a free item.
Free item.
This speaks of its importance, in my view. Now off you go.
The tub.
Well,
My
there
door?
goes the rest of your build, Chris.
Why didn't you just move the
Also, you
fucking tub?
probably should have just done this in the first place.
Ah!
You take the totem to the alchemitor, but you've got to get those stupid blocks out the way first. The
Right.
Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this.
He is.
You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time.
We are sure taking us a fucking tree with an apple. Are you gonna eat it? Bite it? What you looking up there for? You know it's coming. If you don't chew on that fucking apple, why were there other meteors shooting down too? That fucking poster with all that white stuff on it was crazy. Not grandmama. It took 30 seconds for that meteor to come down. Oh my god, did you not eat it in time? Bitch!
Yeah.
Did he actually not eat it? It takes... You didn't bite the apple in 30 seconds, Palzone. And I ain't mean to spoil myself. It looked like deadass in Act 2. That meteor actually went the fuck off. It actually killed everybody. What the fuck? pass my dukes to me. I'll handle her. Seem like y'all got money. She ain't got no fucking waist. All thighs. Let me grab that. Let me. I mean, Shorty might be dead because of the fucking meteor, but you know, I could have handled that. She over here moving my fucking tub and toilet. We'll never know what's in the dad's fucking car. We never saw the fucking key. We'll have no idea what the fuck is in the car. None at all. My tub and my toilet didn't have the nerve to put it on top of the shit. I mean, the house is fucking gone now, so what the fuck ever. Still, though. But, okay. But it seemed like they're actually in some type of software before the game even got installed, because she said she's the server host and he's the player. And then she started moving shit around. She made a whole separate room to this nigga's house, and neither of them was surprised. So it seems like they're already in a computer, and they're already used to all this computer shit around their world. But it seems like this is the first game that literally interacts with their world, I guess. Because they said that she actually plays games if it intrigues her. She's in the mythical shit. So games exist that don't mess with their actual world. But it seems like this might be the first game that does that. Why the fuck isn't the tips and tricks book that fucking accurate? What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck is the laboratory have an unsecured wireless connection? Why were there other red meteors coming down? That couldn't have been the meteor that hit what's his face. Couldn't have been the only meteor that destroyed the entire world, okay? Or made the entire world turn to dust. Her mom is thick as shit, okay? Anything else? How the fuck? Oh, old dude didn't even play the game, so he doesn't even count. How the fuck did he even get the game? Did he just get the game and say fuck it? Not dude with 2 copies. I'm talking about dude who wrote the review on the game. Weird. There's a lot here. There was a lot here without me truly understanding, but it isn't too out there for me to not be into it, you know? It's wacky as shit. There's a lot of shit going the fuck on, but I feel like I can be down to earth with this. I feel like I can lock in with this. Because with me mentally being in the head, in the mindset that these niggas are already in the computer and they already know. Because why the fuck do you have this disc and now you're permanently stuck on a hammer for the rest of your life? You're 13. Couldn't have picked the sword, pal? Could have fought Dad Dukes with the sword. What the fuck? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for Act 1. Tune in next time for Act 2 of Homestuck. Locked in. A lot of videos on it, you like and subscribe channel, some more videos, some more videos come out, any other videos you might have. Follow me on Twitch, keep live all the time, be with KingRosé. I'm out of here.